The prayer, "Lord, grant me patience, and give it to me now," illustrates the position many of us take when it comes to getting what we want. Included is parents' concern for instant compliance from their children. In that regard, here is something for you to consider.
Few things make parents angrier than when their children refuse to do what they are told, which includes being slow to do what they are told. We refer to this as non-compliance, and it drives parents crazy. As we study compliant and non-compliant behavior, we observe some interesting things. Here are a couple you might find useful as you interact with your children. First, except in rare and unusual circumstances, virtually no one complies instantly. Even in cases of impending disaster, it is not unusual for people to ignore life-saving commands. My older brother is a retired firefighter, and he has told me of people who, when ordered out of a burning building, would put their very lives at risk by remaining in the building or going back into it in an attempt to retrieve something of value. The next time you are at a social event, time how long it takes people to comply when given a direction by someone in charge. You will be astounded. Count the minutes that pass from the time the host says, "Please come to the dining room, dinner is ready," until everyone moves into the dining room and everyone is seated and ready to eat. And you think kids are bad. Second, compliance comes in two parts, as illustrated above. One, the time it takes to start complying, and two, the time it takes to fully comply. Parents tend to lump them together in such a way that a kid doesn't stand a chance. When parents call kids to dinner, for example, what they want the children to do is to instantly stop what they are doing and be in their seats at the table immediately, if not sooner. The fact of the matter is, kids tend to comply more quickly to verbal commands than do adults, and they tend to be fully compliant in less time than our adults. Just for fun, the next time you're in a situation where children and adults are present, keep track of how long it takes them to do what they are told to do. Almost without exception, adults take longer to begin to comply and longer to completely comply. Every Monday evening, our family gathers at the home of one of our daughters for dinner and camaraderie. When the call rings out, "Time to eat," the kids are the first ones in line and the first ones finished. You might say, "But that's different. That's dinner." Actually, it isn't that much different. The setting or the task doesn't seem to make much difference. Whether it is an adult or a child, both tend to respond slowly to unpleasant tasks and more quickly to pleasant ones. Observe the compliance of adults and children, and you'll see what I mean. Here is the message for parents. Once you have given a child a directive, allow the child some time to begin to comply. We have found that in most cases, children will begin to comply within about 20 seconds, particularly if the child has to repeat back to the parent what he or she is supposed to do. For example, the mother says, "Billy, it's time to do your chores." Billy, "But Mom." Mother, "Billy, what do you need to start doing now?" Billy, "But I don't want to do my chores now." Mother, "I'm sure there are other things you would rather do, but I'm glad you know that you're supposed to do your chores now." This is a simple little strategy. Try it. Then step back and watch the miracle unfold.